Hey y'all, where y'all checking in from? I can't see the chat. I thought you'd be able to see the chat on my phone. How y'all doing? Can you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? For some reason, it's not showing me the chat. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I see there's about 10 of y'all in here. I'm making a herbal multivitamin for myself. That's why I don't have on gloves. If I was making this for somebody else, one of my clients, I would have on gloves. Trying to see the chat, y'all. I don't understand why I can't see the chat. But anyways, making an herbal vitamin. Because if you live here in the States, you know that your food is lacking a lot of vitamin and nutrients. And a lot of people are on so many different things, taking all these different pills. And instead of me taking all these different pills, hey Shelly, I can see the chat now. I could just make my own multivitamin. I was telling somebody the other day, like I am a herbalist. I've been studying herbs for a little while now. It's a lot of people that I follow. They like master herbalists, and I learned different things throughout the years. And when I do go to the doctor and have my blood work done, because I go to a naturopathic doctor as well, when I go and she tells me what I'm lacking in vitamin and minerals, I do not go out and buy a whole bunch of pills. And even though some of the stuff that she tries to give me is not like stuff you get from the pharmacy or stuff you get from Walmart or wherever, but still, I don't want to take that stuff either. Where you checking in from, Shelly? The dinosaur is cute. So because I don't want to take some of the stuff that she gives me or gives suggestions, because I just feel like it's still some funny stuff in some of them, I'd rather make my own multivitamin myself. And then in the morning when I get up, I'll take this and a few other things, but I'll definitely try to take this every day. And sometimes I do it twice a day because it gives you a lot of energy. And I notice when I consistently take it, I'm not as burnt out as I usually am. So when I am consistently taking it, it's definitely a game changer. Definitely a game changer. I feel the difference throughout the day, and I don't get that sluggish, tired feeling. And I love, not feeling drained all day long. And I don't feel like that when I do consistently take this. Just like any other, multivitamin. When you consistently take it, depending on the brand, it'll work. But this right here, I just wanted to make and go live while I'm doing it. 'Cause I don't go live that often on here like I used to. I've honestly been on Threads for a little while. But I decided I was going to go live instead of making a video. Just go live. Do the live thing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making a herbal multivitamin. Because I don't want to take any over-the-counter stuff. And I'm not saying all over-the-counter stuff is bad, because it's not. But for me, right now, the way things are going in America, I'm not really trusting a lot of stuff right now. And that's just me. Other people may feel different, but I'm not really trusting some of this over-the-counter stuff. And you take it and then it doesn't, it's not even dissolving in your body. You still feel the same way 6 months later. I can say definitely if I do this consistently for couple of days, 2 or 3 days, I can definitely feel a difference. Like I said before, it gives you a lot of energy, and I really need to go back to taking it consistently, because sometimes when I run out, I just don't make it right after I run out, and I try not to make too big of a batch. But I think the next time I make it, I'm going to make a really big batch. So I'll just have it for a couple of months. And that's the thing with herbs. Like with certain herbs that I buy, they last me a couple of months. It's not just, you know, a 30-day supply. It's a good 6 months, a good year. So it all depends on what you need and what vitamin and minerals you're lacking. So I'm just making my own multivitamin. I mean, this is good for omegas, vitamin D, the B vitamins. So I'm just doing my own thing when it comes to taking care of my body. Because no matter what these doctors tell you, it's your body. So if you feel like something's off, go get you a second opinion. If you feel like something's off and you think, I don't know if I should do this, listen to what your spirit is saying to you. Especially if you are listening to your body. Them cutting on you and doing all this, and it just becomes mundane after a while. You have, like, I know a lot of people, they're talking about, like, fibroids is a big thing now. A lot of women saying they had their fibroids removed, but they came back. And these doctors aren't telling you, like, don't do this, don't do that. They're not telling you you're lacking this vitamin, you're lacking this mineral, and this is why you have fibroids, and you're eating this and eating that, and not telling you, you know, stop eating processed food, stop eating fast food, stop eating dairy, stop eating chocolate, stop eating all the things that's causing the fibroid to grow. Stop eating sugar, stop eating processed foods, stop eating greasy foods, fried foods. And I'm only bringing up fibroids because that's like, I hear about it so much, and people keep telling me that they have fibroids, but the doctor doesn't know why and where they're coming from and stuff like that. When in reality, some of these doctors do know. They might tell you they don't know, but some of these doctors do know. They know what's the cause of the fibroid. They know why. A lot of times it's from vitamin D, a vitamin D deficiency. Sometimes it's from stress. A lot of times it's probably from stress. Just like a lot of women have issues with their heart at young ages. They got all these heart issues. It's from stress. It's from putting everybody first but you. And these doctors, they don't talk about that stuff, but that's what it is. And a lot of times people are so stressed out, they don't even take care of themselves. They're so worried about everybody else but themselves. And when you get to that point where you're worried about everybody else but yourself, your body is trying to tell you what's going on, but you're not listening to your body. And when you don't listen to your body reacts to that. It reacts to you not listening to it because you think, oh, well, I got this, and that to do. But your body is telling you, go take a nap. And you're like, I ain't got time for no nap right now. I'm not taking a nap. I need to do this, and this for everybody. And you're taking care of everybody but yourself. And when it boils down to these problems, these issues that everybody is having, sometimes you just need to eat better. Sometimes you need to get more rest. And stop thinking that the world is going to fall apart if you don't do something for this one and you don't do something for that one. Because it's not. You got to learn how to take care of yourself first. Because if you can't take care of yourself first, how are you going to take care of somebody else? And I'm constantly telling women this all the time. How are you taking care of yourself, everybody else but yourself? It's just, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense at all. Right now I'm making tea. I'm making a tea right now. I just put some chaste tree berries in there. Let me put some ginger, and then I'm going to add some soursop and, did I say ginger? Soursop, ginger, and I can't remember. There was something else I wanted to put in there. I can't remember what it is right now. But yeah, a lot of times people are sick because they don't take themselves into consideration. You have to start taking yourself into consideration. The less you do for other people, and the more you do for yourself, the more better you're gonna feel. The more better, you're gonna feel better. Because a lot of times when you're so caught up on taking care of everybody else, nobody's taking care of you. And nobody's going to take care of you the way you should be taking care of you. You take care of people better than you take care of yourself. That's sad. Sad and a shame. And a lot of people get a little upset when I say that to them, but you're taking care of people better than you're taking care of yourself. You're taking care of your dog better than you're taking care of yourself. That's sad. Sad. Terrible. You got to do better. You got to take better care of yourself. At the end of the day, nobody's going to take care of you better than you. But you got to stop thinking you got to save everybody, because you don't. Because nobody's coming to save you. And even if they were, they probably won't do it right anyway. So you got to understand that taking care of you first helps you be better. Better for you, then better for everybody else. I know today is Mother's Day, and the moms probably don't want to hear this, but you can't be a good mom if you're not taking care of you. Because if something happens to you, who going to take your kids? Especially some of you who's always talking about you ain't got no village, you ain't got nobody to help you. You think somebody's going to take your kids? I doubt it. Kids will be in foster care. And I know that's harsh to say, but you got to start thinking of things that way. What if something happens to you? You get sick. Who's taking care of those kids? Some of y'all complaining about the daddies. The daddies ain't taking care of the kids now. You think they're going to take care of them if something happened to you? If you leave this planet, who's going to take care of your kids better than you? And I know stuff happens, but sometimes we make things happen because we're not taking care of ourselves. And I can speak on that for myself as well, because I had a lot of things going on before I went and changed my food lifestyle. And I decided to go vegan. I'm not going to say went vegan. I decided to go vegan because I knew what was bothering my stomach, what was making me sick. It took maybe a good 2-3 months for me to be totally and completely healed. But before that, I couldn't keep anything in. I was gaining weight. I was losing weight. It was just this whole roller coaster of a ride of sickness. And finally I said, you know what? Going vegan, that's the best thing for me right now. Decided to go vegan. And that was the best thing for me. And I don't really measure, y'all, so please don't ask me what I'm putting in there. I mean how much I put in there, because I don't really measure it. But once you get to that point where you want to start taking care of you, and you have to start taking care of you. Like I said, nobody's going to take care of you the way you take care of you. Because they're so like a lot of people you run around, you taking care of, they can't take care of themselves because you never let them. It's time to start letting people take care of themselves. It's time to start letting people figure it out. Because if they never figure it out and you're doing it for them all the time, they're never going to figure it out. They have to start figuring out. You can't help people that don't want to help themselves. You can keep trying to help them, but in reality, the more you help them, the less they're going to help themselves. They don't want to help themselves because they know you're going to do it. And you have to get out of that phase of thinking you got to help somebody because they're family, or thinking you got to help somebody because that's your significant other, and they're not trying to do anything to help themselves. They're not trying to do anything to better themselves. So what are you doing? Wasting your time trying to help somebody that doesn't even want to take the steps to help themselves. They're waiting on you to do it. And that's sad. Because when you really need the help that you need, you're not going to get it from them because they can barely help themselves. So you got to start taking care of yourself. You got to start eating better. You got to start exercising. You got to start doing things That's going to be for the betterment of you. Because these people that take from you all the time and take and take and take and hardly ever give back, when something happens to you, they just going to go on to the next person. They don't care. And I can say that wholeheartedly. They do not care. They just going to go off to the next person and see who else they can use. Because they users for one, and they're lazy. They're not trying to put in the work. If you putting in all the work for everybody else and never putting in any of the work for yourself, never going to see the doctor, never going to the therapist, never doing any of those things that you need to be doing for yourself, you expect those people that you help, like you think they're going to jump up and come help you? They are not. They are not going to help you. They're going to wait until you get better so you can come so you can come back and help them, because they're not going to help you. And you could think I'm crazy or whatever, but when you get sick, you find out who really loves you. When you are down for the count, you find out who your real friends are. And sometimes some of those people ain't even your real friends, because they just want to be around so they could say that they was around. So it's a lot. It's a lot that goes on, but happy Mother's Day to the mothers. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you guys later.